Okay, so my neighbor asked me if I could knock a tree down, and this is the tree we're knocking down. It's actually a pretty thickly rooted, that's probably about a 14-inch trunk, maybe a little smaller than that. But yeah, we're about to see how we do taking a tree out of the ground. Alright, so believe it or not, there's sometimes you just want to turn the camera off and just get work done. So we're in the process of using this reclaim. There's 3 dump truck loads, 14 yards each. We're doing this part right here. We have to order some more of the fabric to cover this area and then this area right here. But yeah, it'll wrap all the way around. I used the excavator to pull this first amount over the fence, but then grabbed the tractor when it made more sense to use this and just run loads back and forth. But it's coming along. We're working through it slowly. Got my buddy over there, Mark, who hadn't used a tractor before, so I've been training him the last couple of days on how to use it, doing different things around the property, and this was his opportunity. And he ran about 10 loads himself, and then he's like, you know what, I'll get back to doing the manual tools. But yeah, we're taking turns. But yeah, this project should take us another couple of hours, but again, I can't complete it until I get the rest of the fabric I need in, so we're just doing what we can right now with what we have. Okay, so just about all my equipment got a good hard day's work out of it. I just got done using my lube shuttle. Super cool. If you haven't seen this grease gun, you got to check it out because it doesn't use a normal plunger. It uses kind of forced pressure to bring the lubricant into the tube. Lots of grease points. Just grease this thing like it's a starving bear. Just grease it all the time. Grease it when you're done using it every couple of days, and don't let anything go dry. So yeah, we basically parked it here. We scooped some of this. I kind of consolidated it all. It's probably 1.5 mounds left. We probably went through 1.5 mounds for this 100-foot strip that's here. Goes all the way around. We're smoothing it out. I have another 100-foot roll that's coming in so we can finish off the circle. We're also going to put some edge trimming around it so it looks really nice, and then we'll add more as needed to kind of build it up. When everything's said and done, I'd like to have about 3 inches worth in terms of thickness here. And then we're going to put more right here. Yep, that's the Armada and that's the Tundra right there. I still have those. So depending on when you're watching this video, I don't know if I will still have them, but certainly right now I do. Yeah, everything's coming along real good. We use the tractor pretty much to move everything out here and grade it down. Yeah, it's been a really cool project. Now, a question some people may ask is, did we need the excavator for this project? And the answer is no. We, you know, with this stuff right here, we could have just scooped it with the tractor and moved it over. It made things a little quicker moving a lot of material out into this area just by rotating the cab or rotating the top, pouring it down right here and then going back. It was just a much quicker process. But the tractor was actually a little bit more effective in terms of getting all this leveled out. What's really going to come in handy with the Mini X is the fact that we're going to be able to do some trenching and you can do some digging. That's probably the key here. And we've already used it a lot out there, and this thing was a lifesaver, especially with my new bucket attachment that I made. This thing is super cool. I mean, I was digging with this and it's not broken. You know, it has exceeded my expectations in terms of what decking planks are capable of. And of course, it's being reinforced by every tooth along the way, but still, I mean, it's not marred up, it's not damaged, and it worked exceptionally well, and it didn't even fall off when I was dumping the asphalt out, which is kind of amazing considering there were some pretty big chunks of asphalt that hadn't been ground up. But yeah, we have the hoe out here. We're going to go ahead and kind of straighten some things out, make it look a little nicer. I still have to finish off this area right here, still have to finish off that whole area right there, and then have to finish off the area right here. But once I get my next 100-foot roll in, I'll be able to do that. And then we're going to widen this a little bit as well, so it'll be a little bit wider around the edges. You might be able to see the yellow line right there. We're going to bring it out just a little bit. But yeah, it's turned out really good. Very happy. A lot of projects out here. A lot of things that we're doing. This is set up very similar to the pad that we have the RV on. The difference is that this is more like a tarp style geotextile fabric, and that was more like a fabric style geotextile fabric, which means that one you could probably take a pin and just poke straight through it and it would go through like it's cotton. This one you'd have to puncture kind of like it's a tarp. So that's the difference. They're both, because this is kind of a woven pattern, they're both supposed to be able to drain water pretty well. You know, I know that one does because that one's growing grass in it, and that one's been a bit of a disappointment, even considering that's the more expensive material. And that material over there was supposed to not really grow anything through it, even though once I got it, I was like, you know, this is more like a felt. It's going to grow stuff through it. But the whole point of geotextile fabric isn't to prevent weeds. That would be like a weed barrier fabric. It's really just to keep this material from being absorbed into the sand over time. So that's kind of the key of it. It creates a barrier. That's really all it's designed to do. It creates a barrier. It's called stabilizing the ground. And again, it's just like if you were sitting on a big door in the middle of a muddy pond, you're not going to sink into it because the door is going to create that stability underneath you. It's going to spread out that weight. And that's essentially what this does. It keeps it from actually being absorbed into the sand. And it's doing a pretty effective job, to be honest. Anyways, guys, I sure hope you've enjoyed this video. A lot of stuff going on out here. You know, it's kind of crazy to think that I've already racked up 20 hours on the John Deere. I've racked up 43 hours on the Toro, about 8 hours on the Skag, you know, and on the actual bad boy, I think we're at 23 hours. So we're putting all this equipment to use. Dump trailers, all my trailers are getting used quite a bit. The only trailer I haven't been using a lot lately, except for the sod, is the tilt deck trailer. But now I need the tilt deck trailer because it's the one that's going to be able to carry this around if I need to get it serviced or I need to take it to the dealership for whatever reason. But so far, everything has come in really handy. You know what? 2 years ago, I don't know if I ever would have thought all the stuff I had or was using would have come in as handy as it would have now. And you know, you never know what life has in store for you, and it's been a blessing for sure. Anyways, guys, I sure hope you've enjoyed these videos. I know that they're not the traditional big truck, big RV stuff, but you know, I've always mixed stuff up, and I sure hope you like these. If you have, please let me know below. Leave a comment. Or actually, if you haven't, leave a comment below. I'd appreciate that as well. I hope you're still getting your fix on RV content, because I try to put a lot of that out also, just to keep it the main flow of the channel and to stay in that lane. Guys, if you haven't had a chance, I'd really appreciate it if you took a moment, subscribe to my channel, give me a thumbs up. and we'll talk to you again very soon.